Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time you're watching this video. My name is Buzz Mayo, and I'm the Executive Director of Four Streams Partners. And I'm here with my friends Clay Massey, George Hicks, and we're going to just talk for a minute about an upcoming retreat we have in January of 2025. And we wanted to get some information out to you. We're going to be in Cleveland, Georgia on the 24th through the 26th. And we have done 100+ retreats over the past 20 years. Most of those weekends have been around Wild at Heart material, which we have appreciated and are so grateful for. This is going to be a little different. We're going to be exploring what it means to have our identity in Jesus. And we've been affected, as we've talked for the past year, by a ministry led by Jamie Winship, Jamie and Donna, called Identity Exchange. And we're going to have a speaker from Oregon named Steve Petermeyer, who has been a coach with Jamie for 12 years. And I know, Clay and George, you've listened to Jamie, and I wonder what comes to mind as something you'd want guys to know.
Well, what I can say is I've been on that side of the invite, and if you're like me, you feel like you're too busy, you got a bunch going on. If you've never done this before, that can seem intimidating. What I can say from my experience is God will surprise you. So being around men in a real way, while you're trying to connect with God and connect with each other, is transformative. So I guess that's the big question for you is, do you want connection with God and with others? And do you feel maybe the Holy Spirit inviting you to this one? Because when it comes down to it, this isn't some program we're trying to throw. We're cooperating with what God's doing in our lives and in the lives of men. And you really don't know what hangs in the balance. So I strongly invite you to have some faith and step out and join us. God's going to be doing some amazing things. It's always surprising, and if you're like me, you never thought you'd be doing something like this. I certainly am not. I'm surprised to even be in this video, honestly. But
I want to jump in, George, and just say, while we're here in this conversation, there have been hundreds of men who've gone with us to retreats. I'm sitting with two of my friends who have committed to cooperating with God in transformation. And that's really the heartbeat of the why and what we're doing in January, is to offer a space where men can connect with and consider God and begin to wonder, what would it look like if I began to change into the likeness of Jesus? And I've watched both of you do that day by day, week by week, over the years, and it's just inviting. So I'm thrilled to have a chance to offer this to other men. Clay, what comes to mind when you think about your transformative journey?
Well, just the men in this community are open, authentic, and vulnerable. And I've been in many groups over the years, and the level of transparency and vulnerability in this group is like none I've ever experienced. And so right away, I feel my guard coming down, because people are not they're not wearing masks. And so I spent a lot of my Christian life wearing a mask, and I've never had any transformation or change until I was willing to take the risk to be vulnerable and take my mask off and be real. And the retreats that I've been a part of with this ministry have been transformational in my life. But I did have to walk past some fears and be willing to trust. And but nothing. I've not grown unless I've been able to take a risk and move out into spaces that maybe I wasn't at first that comfortable with.
Yeah, I just want to say the weekend will begin on Friday night. It'll go really fast once you come. We'll have 6 sessions. Steve Petermeyer will be addressing us from his 12 years of experience as a coach with Jamie Winship on what does it mean? How do you answer the question, when God calls your name, what does he call you? He has a unique identity for you. Food will be great. The place will be great. And it's an opportunity to have an encounter, a surprise meeting with Jesus about who you are and what he thinks of you. So we're looking forward to, because when you got this, there's also a link where you can register for the retreat, and we hope to hear from you in the coming days.